How did Roaring Kitty know that the market was going to be closed on January 9th? I don't know if this correlates, but if so, this dude is an absolute time traveler or everything is scripted, which is just likely. Roaring Kitty posted the Time magazine photo, obviously the 109. All of a sudden, markets are going to be closed January 9th in remembrance of Jimmy Carter. In my personal opinion, there are a lot of times they could do this, and there's probably something additional that's happening in the background on January 9th. Anyway, before we talk about GameStop, because we have a lot to talk about with GameStop and I'm extremely hyped for it, I want to give a huge shout out to Discord members for this call out, FFIE. On Friday, I wouldn't have caught this call out if it wasn't for Discord members. Entered into some YOLO calls on FFIE, just a very small position just to let them ride. Woke up, had over a 300% gain on those contracts, and just shout out to Discord members, the best family. Can FFIE continue to move higher? Absolutely. It's sitting at a 25% short interest. This is definitely a squeeze play to keep on your radar, and I'm going to give you other squeeze plays right now because I think it is that time of season and I'm extremely hyped, and I hope you guys are hyped as well. Without further ado, like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications, and drop a comment down below which number like you are. On top of FFIE and that major gain we got, take a look at this screenshot. We said put eyes back on HOLO a couple days ago, and what happened to ticker symbol HOLO? Since that call out, we have ran over 200%. We are up 97% on the day today. HOLO looking absolutely beautiful. I'm not here to give you a price target, but it did bounce perfectly off of $1.32, which is a level that we had drawn out on HOLO. Keep in mind, this is still sitting at a 13.48% short interest, so this is definitely one to continue to watch, as well as RGTI. Basically flat on the day now, but there was a lot of volatility here, and this thing has been rallying like an absolute monster. I would like to get it at a discount around $12.72 for potentially more upside to it. This is sitting at a whopping 14.45% short interest on RGTI, and there is an options chain for this one, I believe, as well as Rumble 1367. This one recently had a rally, coming back down, getting a little bit of a cool off right now. The options chain is very mixed here. There's a lot of people betting late January coming into February puts as well as calls above specific numbers, puts under 13, puts under 12, calls above $20, right? This also has a 17.55% short interest. Now, one that I really want to put on your radar, that is something that we haven't talked about, SMX up 102% today. But I do believe it could continue to possibly rally, and this is something to watch, as well as potentially enter with a stop loss. Nothing I say is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, but this is sitting at a 159% short interest, which is absolutely disgusting the way short sellers do these companies, and up 100% on the day. I don't think any short seller is going to like the sound of that. Now, given it is down a lot, a lump sum, up 100% is never a good thing to see. And the line in the sand, I called it out earlier, I would watch for $1.34, $1.35 for this thing to get up to. Now, if you were to enter that, and keep in mind there is no option chain, I believe this could get there overnight, potentially tomorrow. That's a nice 88% gain from where we're trading at right now. This could be a nothing burger, but keep it on your radar. Last but not least, XPON up 27%. I just want to see if this thing keeps moving. For right now, this is not a buy for me, but it is sitting at a almost 15% short interest, currently up almost 30% on the day. Okay, let's talk about GameStop. Failed to delivers are coming in again, not being reported. They are being hidden on GameStop, and they have been hidden all year on GameStop, and the SEC denied the request for us to get the FTD data for GameStop. Of course they did. They are scumbags. They are criminals, just like the other people manipulating the stock market. They all go hand in hand, and there's a reason there's FTDs, right? There is an absolute reason. Also, we are seeing $125 call strike price coming back in for multiple dates, late January, coming into February, coming into March, June, right? All the way out there. So someone knows something about GameStop. I think we all do. I am surprised that the market is now going to be closed on January 9th. What does this ultimately mean for GameStop? I'm looking at a couple of things with it. This is what we've been tracking for GameStop. This move up here back into, take a look, January 9th, bang, right here is when you saw that last jump leading into the squeeze, ultimately on January 13th, right? This is something I hopefully expect as a Requel for GameStop after January 9th, right? Coming right into this green zone. Move this over a little bit. Right into this green zone, potentially sooner. I see what GameStop is doing now as a major buying opportunity. Major buying opportunity, in my opinion, for shares as well as for calls, as well as AMC is trading sub $4. I see this as a great opportunity. Anytime this thing's under $4, I actually see it as a great opportunity for AMC. But ultimately, GameStop is looking beautiful. It's looking picture perfect to a T. Obviously, we wanted to tweet today, but the timing has to be correct. It has to be accurate. You know, every single thing Roaring Kitty has done has been an absolute calculated move. That is why I added more calls today. If you want to know the exact position, I let him know in Discord. I drop my position as soon as I enter it in the Discord so you guys can see that and come follow it if you'd like, assuming you're paper trading, whatever it is, right? GameStop got this melt up back here, multiple legs up, trading out the exact same as it did back here. And we are hopefully about to get this bombshell Hulk Dick candle. What is that going to mean for the S&P 500? Let's talk about the SPY really quick, because the SPY is interesting. You can't say we did not call this out in the last video I uploaded. SPY coming down to 584.50, 584.60, right? We came right down to these levels and we got a bounce. Now, I also alerted Discord that SPY could come all the way up to 593.50 today before getting another rejection, and this is just based off of the previous history that the S&P 500 has done with the bars pattern overlaid. Just a very simple pattern that the SPY likes to do. Could potentially come up, come back down, and then that is before the major melt up. So here's what we could see, right? We could see, and this is just a theory, we could see the S&P 500 come retest, right? Retest the bottom down here at 582.60, 582.75 before the end of the year. So tomorrow, right? Tuesday. And then you get that melt up to start up to 623.50, which was my ultimate second price target on the SPY. And then SPY inverts while GameStop and AMC absolutely squeeze, and SPY comes down to 555 very quickly before the end of January. Okay, this is just a possible outcome, and as of right now, I am still in my loaded SPY puts for this potential second bottom down here at 582.50, but this is extremely risky. We also have to see what is going to happen with crypto, and this is not a video for crypto because I don't believe there is enough time. But MicroStrategy is at important levels. MicroStrategy actually saw a recent breakdown technically out of this flag, but if you drag it to the most extent right down here, MicroStrategy could actually sell all the way down to about 272, 272.30 before actually not breaking pattern, right? Not breaking pattern. But if we break structure here at 300, this will cause some panic selling, and in my opinion, definitely going to get a gap fill to 280. If we break under 300, you're going to see 280.50 pretty quick. And then that could be a potential buying opportunity if things begin to melt up across the board. So maybe watch for a little flush down on crypto as well as MicroStrategy along with the SPY before that second climb coming into early January. Overall, early January, January as a whole, February, these are exciting months as we see plenty of stocks having their massive short squeezes. AMC is currently trading at 396, down 1%. Where can this thing actually go? Well, we are in a channel that I had drawn out on the stock that we would like to bounce in this channel. If we come under this channel, it gets risky. You can see we came and tested the bottom of it, 388, and this could be the potential bottom on AMC for right now, which would make it slightly lower than this candle back here that you saw in mid-October, which is ultimately what you want to see. Based on previous patterns, you wanted to see a slightly lower candle and a potential test off of this trend line down here, which is at 374 or 370 before having that massive rocket ship. Ultimately, AMC can bleed all the way into January 9th. I don't really care. I just see major buying opportunities across the board. Nvidia's up 2%, 139.80 right now, also coming into a zone that we had drawn out on the stock. Now, this is an important level because if Nvidia gets a lot of demand, you're likely going to gap up above 141 and make its way to 147 to 150. If Nvidia gets rejected here along with the SPY, you could see more indecision in these levels right now. But at this point, I don't see a breakdown back under 130 for Nvidia, at least until late January coming into February, if the market decides that it wants to crash. Tesla, this has been a perfect call out. This top up here, we couldn't catch, right? But we did say when it came down here, you're going to get a relief bounce potentially into this zone and then sell off even further. What did Tesla do? It actually came a little bit above it. So if you had your stop losses up here, you probably got stopped out. But at this zone around 458 to 453, you can see we were getting rejected here. You got some other candles for about a day above that, but now you are selling off further. I'd watch for Tesla to re-break structure one more time at 415 to be safe, honestly, 413.85, and then that would be an easy play from 413 to 403. And then from 403, if we break under, you come ultimately into the zone, which is my price target between 362 and 370 for Tesla. That is ultimately what I'm watching. Overall, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I am extremely excited about this. We may actually have time to touch on Bitcoin really quick, depending on how long this video is actually going to go. But we are seeing sideways trading on Bitcoin. Based on what I see happening with the SPY, based on what I see happening across the board with memes, Bitcoin is likely to play out exactly as it did back during the 2021 cycle, or at least that is what everyone is anticipating, right? Things are looking a little bit too similar, but you can see back here, January 9th, this came down. I expect the market to come down. We get the correction. Ultimately, you're seeing that correction now a little bit sooner in Bitcoin. And then you got its last parabolic move, of course, which is what we've been talking about. Very simple, right? One last parabolic move when SPY gets to 623. Bitcoin a little bit after should get to 136, which is my ultimate price target for this cycle. And that is it. Oh yeah, last but not least, XRP is one of the cryptos I wanted to talk about because it broke below a crucial level for me at 216, now trading at $2.08. We are at a dangerous level for XRP currently, right? If we break structure, watch this very closely, at 196, XRP could have a nice free fall, potentially catch weak support at 177, or come all the way down to $1.60, in which case I would love to buy some XRP at $1.60. Overall, other than that, memes are sideways. Bitcoin will move up, hopefully, and then alts follow it, and then potentially memes follow it. If we don't get any of that, prep for a market crash. That is it, guys. I love you all. Make sure to check the links in the description to come join the Discord where I post my trades as soon as I take them. We talk stocks and crypto in there all day long. We have option sweep alerts, market alerts, dark pool trade alerts, insider trade alerts, and more. So there is no reason not to get in here, especially for the new year. If you are not in any Discords, join the Discord. I posted the best stocks to buy and hold for 2025. These are the quote unquote safer plays, but more risky than an ETF or anything like that. These are the plays that I pick, so make sure to go watch that. The links in the description for Discord as well as Moomoo are the top two. Moomoo is a free broker where if you sign up through my link and make a deposit into your account after they approve you, which should take a minute or two, you will get up to 15 free stocks, each valued up to $2,000 per stock, which you can hold or sell, completely up to you. And they're also giving you 8.1% APY on your uninvested cash, and then level 2 order book data for free, access to trading options, going long and shorting as a retail trader, which is pretty cool, viewing other exchanges and more. So go do that, guys. Those links are in the description of the video. I love you all. God bless. Lottery Socks out.